Hey guys, we're on Unit 11, and this is day 1 warm-up. And in part A, it says determine the intervals where f of x is less than 0. Okay. Remember, f of x is a synonym for y, and they want to know where all of the y coordinates are less than 0. So all y coordinates are less than 0 underneath the x-axis. And so from here to here and from here to here. But you have to remember that you can't take the ones on the x-axis because that would be equal to 0. All right, and then all the ones above would be y is greater than 0. So we need two intervals, one for the first part of the graph and then one for the second part of the graph. All right, and so for the first one, it's x value to x value, so there'd be a -1 to a +1. But remember, you don't want them to include -1 and 1 because those would be y coordinates of 0 at those two x values. And so we'll go ahead and use round parentheses for our interval. So we're going around -1 to +1, but not including, so not square brackets. All right, and our second interval would start at an x coordinate of 5, and it would keep going to the right, which would be an x value of infinity. And we can't include the 5, and we never include the infinity. All right, and so there would be our interval. Okay, second part, that is determining the intervals where f of x or y is greater than or equal to 0. And so all of this, including this, because they said equal to 0, including this, and all of this would be greater than 0, and then that would be equal to 0. All right, so our x values would be -infinity to an x value of -1. Don't include infinity, but in this case, we want to include -1 because they said equal to. And then our next interval would be from +1 to +5. And again, because they said equal to, we're going to include those values. All right. All right, guys, I'll see you on day 1 notes.